I'm gonna answer some questions. Maybe I shouldn't do this, and I know that maybe Kevin wouldn't do it himself, but I'm gonna take this on the limb to talk for somebody who can't talk right now because the man is deceased. But there are some negative stories going on about this man that I want to clear up. And there's a new one out here right now that Kevin Samuels died broke. Okay. He had less than $1,000 to his name. Now, let me just say something to you guys. Financially, I am a very successful YouTuber. Okay. I won't speak for the other guys that I know. I'm a very financially successful YouTuber. In income, top 5%, easy. Some states, 1%. That's what I'll tell you. Okay. What I do in a month, Kevin Samuels could do in 4 days, 5 days. If he wanted to, 3 days. Okay. If you want to talk about a guy that had extreme cash flow, a guy who was uber successful, a guy who made so much money, he didn't even check and didn't have to worry about where the money was coming, that's Kevin Samuels. All right. So people are going out here saying that he's on drugs and he died of this, he died broke. He's with this overweight woman. I'm gonna do a video about that. The guy was so financially successful, it made your head spin, which is why many of y'all were mad. And let me tell you something about Black YouTube. I love Black YouTube. There are a lot of great subscribers and I have a lot of content creators that are friends, both men and women. But one thing that I know that Kevin Samuels got hate from was the super chats. That's why a lot of people who spoke evil of him, and I'm starting to see some people change their tone a little bit. That's a whole different discussion. I won't even go into that. But when you have 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, people will literally pocket watching Kevin Samuels. You know, like you would see so many people hating on the money. $500, shout out to Ike Ogemian, $100, 200 British pounds. The money was coming in so many different ways and in currencies. So literally people would sit back because they had nothing to do and add the money up. Okay. That's what you thought he was getting. We're not even talking about, you know, Instagram and Facebook possibly, and, you know, the brand deals and all that other stuff. You guys have no idea what you're talking about. I know some of the numbers. I won't go into that, but to say that this man died broke just shows you how mad some of y'all are. Immediate Takeout, which, you know, they have a lot of liar stories too. That's heavily feminine, you know, geared towards and stuff like that. They're geared towards these ladies out there that are upset. Listen, I can honestly tell you guys, those of y'all that don't like Kevin Samuels, in his death, none of your sons or baby daddies or cousins in his death will make more money while in their lifetime that he has in the last 2 years. For 99% of y'all, that is a fact. Okay. I can tell you because we've talked about some of these numbers and it's ridiculous. Literally. The man made more on Instagram than I did on YouTube. So figure that out. So let's not try to go out and try to make the man and demonize the man and make the man be like, oh yeah, he was broke. And let me guys tell you something, right? About Black media. I will be restarting a blog. Won't tell you what it's going to be called. But we need more Black male voices out there, because look at how the feminists and some of these blogs are trashing him. Some of these female catered blogs are trying to demonize the guy. You know, the guy never said you should die or anything like that. But just you see what's going on here. This is the reason why Black men need to support Black owned media. And I'm not talking about female Black owned media. I'm talking about men owned Black media. Because you see what's happening right here now. People just blatantly lying. You got people talking about, oh, I heard it was a man in the hotel room. Oh, it was a trans in the room. Oh, it was any stupid thing to get clicks and views. when you're talking to an insider who knows what minimums there were at a month time and what the heights were of that income at a time. You guys have no idea what you're talking about. Ain't no talking about he had a lot of credit card debt. Let me just say this. If the guy had $1 million in credit card debt, he could pay it. Cash. Easy. All right? That's nothing. How many of y'all can have a possible deal? So these guys got podcast deal, Rory and Mal, for $10 million and $15 million with Stitcher. You think that he couldn't have got a deal like that? He walked away from a deal like that. If you want to be real, I'm just going to put that out there now. How many of y'all could be offered $10 million and then he say, you know what? I just, that's a lot of money, but I just think I can do that on my own. I don't want to be tied down to that particular deal. I'm sorry, I don't want to do it. Did y'all hear what I just told you? So, and this is facts. He turned down deals. He only did things if it made sense, like the Future video or the Atlanta episode. He wouldn't have no problem taking less money if it was a certain type of situation that might help him in the long run. He was a long-term thinker. What are you talking about? Die broke with $1,000 when you have deals like that? You think a podcast network wouldn't have been able to give him $10 million? They gave Rory and Mal that? When he went to Joe Budden and got 5 million views on his own. Like, make it make sense. And I gotta clear up some of this stuff, and I'm not trying to go back and forth with people and call them names. But dying broke, you gotta be kidding me. I do very well. And what I do, he can do in a week. What I do in a month, he can do in a week. What he does in a month, it would take me 5 or 6 months to do. So please, y'all, just stop the cap. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.
It's not a problem.